Jesse Robredo always looked most natural, most alive when he was with ordinary people. He thought about them often, even long after his official working hours. Late at night, he would sometimes call his friends in the social development sector to ask how his office could help them. Many times, he would tell his wife Lenny, "Kawawa talagang mahihirap." A man of the people, he gave them not only his time, but his full attention.
Yung sinasabi ng mga tao pag pupunta sa office niya, parang palengke daw yung office niya. Pero doon siya natutuwa. And in fact, pag may bakante pa siyang oras at walang pumapasok na tao sa office niya, siya pa yung lalabas. And he'll raise his hand, sabi niya, "May gusto ba dyan, kakausap ba dyan sa akin?" Gagano, lalabas siya. Talagang ina-entertain niya talaga lahat. Parang wala talagang maliit na tao sa kanya. Lahat talaga importante.
It was his way of knowing the intricacies of poverty. But more important, it was his way of not losing the common touch as he rose to power. He knew the problems of the poor intimately, but it was as if he needed to hear them from the people themselves, again and again, face to face. It fueled his passion to serve. But Jesse Robredo was not all passion. He was also a natural problem solver and a man of action. Many stories have been told about how he, as the mayor of Naga, would be the first to arrive at a disaster scene and the last to leave it.
Palagi siyang nasa unahan pag may mga calamities, gaya ng bagyo, gaya ng floods, gaya ng fire. Nahihirapan ako makasama sa kanya eh. Ang problema sa kanya, parang high na high siya pag nasa peak na yung bagyo eh. He really wanted to ensure na everything was okay, na everybody was safe.
Jesse Robredo's love for his hometown and its people was well known. In 1986, inspired to do something for the country after the EDSA revolution, he gave up his lucrative corporate job and came home to Naga, first to work as the director of the Bicol River Basin Development Program and then to serve in the local government. When he was about to run for mayor of Naga City, he told a friend that his one dream was to make the people of Naga the happiest Bicolanos. It was not a pipe dream. He had a master plan on how to achieve it. He once said that he knew in his mind the kind of governance he would pursue, inclusive and consultative. Upon winning the mayoral post, he introduced reforms in the city hall and tackled long-standing problems that beset the city: vice, urban blight, red tape, graft, corruption, and tax collection. To do this, he and his team reached out to all the sectors of the city.
Yung first term niya, as early as 1989, nagsimula na siyang makipag-link up sa mga urban poor groups na ang kanyang paulit-ulit na sinasabi, even when he was at the DILG, dapat we should not consider the poor as a problem. We should consider them as partners in development. He linked up with the private sector, he linked up with the NGOs and POs. In fact, we came up with a people empowerment ordinance para isama ang mga non-government organizations and people's organizations sa process ng development planning. And kasama rin namin ang mga business sectors. So, madali na. We have this transparency scheme. Lahat ng mga transactions ng City Hall, open. Meron kaming website na interactive na makikita mo ang mga biddings, kung ano pang mga financial transactions ng City Hall, the budgets of the city government, the budgets of the barangays. That has been the hallmark of the city of Naga, good governance, transparency, accountability, and the participation of the people. He really did try to transfer the power to the people.
By the end of his third term in 1998, Naga had regained its stature as the premier city of the Bicol region. After more than a decade, the former third-class city's growth rate had outpaced the country's GDP by 115%. It won more than 140 regional, national, and international awards for government efficiency and people participation. For 19 years, Jesse served as mayor of Naga, never veering from his dream of making the Nagueños the happiest Bicolanos. To realize this dream, he used all that he could: the power of his office, his ability to bring together people of disparate interests, his managerial skills, all that he learned from his business and engineering courses in the university, and lessons from his childhood, from his Jesuit mentors in Ateneo de Naga, and from his father, who greatly inspired him and who taught him the value of hard work, honor, and simplicity. He brought those same resources when he was appointed Secretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government in 2010. This time, Jesse sought to promote and institutionalize good governance nationwide.
That even started before that because he got involved with various groups like us, Ateneo School of Government, Synergia, where he was very active with Nene Guevara in reforming education at the local level. So he started exporting the gospel of good governance long before he became Secretary of Local Governments.
Malaking influence siya sa mga local officials. They look up to him and they are inspired by him. And pag nafe-feel nila na si Sec Jesse nasa likod nila, parang wala na silang kakatakutan kahit hindi sila ma-re-elect or ano, kasi alam nila na tama yung ginagawa nila. Kasi pagkakampi mo si Sec Jesse, kakampi mo yung tao eh.
I think Secretary Jesse himself would disagree. There were just a few leaders. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing the work he was doing if he believed that. I mean, so he would actually say, I think, that no, there are many leaders, effective and ethical leaders out there. I mean, we have to find them, inspire them, and we actually have to train them. And what we need to do is to establish a system that enables those leaders to emerge. That's really the key. I mean, that establishing systems that allow people with potentially these good qualities of leadership, servant leadership, to emerge from the woodwork and then do what they do best, which is to lead by example and lead in an effective way.
There is a story told about Jesse. During the Typhoon Milenio, he was visiting evacuation centers along with other local officials of Naga. It was past 12 midnight. The storm was raging, and they were all tired. Everybody wanted to turn back and go home except Jesse, who said no. For there was another school that they had not visited. They had to go there that night. Not the next morning, not any other time.
Parating sinasabi ko na your time is now. Hindi ka pwede mag-antay pa sa panahon na darating. Kasi baka wala na yun eh. Baka yung panahon na inaantay mo, hindi na darating. Kasi yung panahon na pangkasalukuyan, hindi ka gumalaw.